I'm gonna tell y'all who I got on my top 10 power rankings. We react to it. That's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna
Okay.
close up this first hour, man. So, in my top 10 power rankings, I'm gonna go start from 10 to 1. At number 10, I have got Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills at 5-3. They were a team that I came into the season thinking they weren't going to be as good as last year because of the amount of people they've lost on that defense. And just I kind of feel like people were starting to pick up on a lot of the bad tendencies that Josh Allen has. And 8 games into it, I have not been wrong. They have been picking up on those bad tendencies. They're gonna have a big game coming up next week against the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's gonna be good. But I'm gonna go to them at number 10. Number 9, a team that I feel like nobody's talking about, but they should because they got the same fucking record as the fucking Detroit Lions. It is Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. Geno's been doing good. He's proven that last year was not a fluke, and this is the quarterback that he is. Pete Carroll showing y'all, hey, it wasn't Russ. It wasn't me. It was Russ. Even though Russ has been playing a little bit better, he's not the Russ we used to know before. They have a good defense. DK Metcalf. They've been putting together good teams, so they're right in that NFC race right now. That nobody's really talking about them. I'm put Seattle number 8. Number 9. Number 8, I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson and Baltimore Ravens at 6-2, coming off another win last night over the Arizona Cardinals. They demolished the Detroit Lions in Week 7. I think you're slowly starting to see what Lamar can play with when he actually has competent wide receiver play around him. I love Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham looks like he should be on Family Man Records, but despite all of that, they're still playing well. The defense is taking the full the full character of Roquan Smith. They're playing well. They're right in that AFC conversation. I'm gonna put them at number 8. Number 7 is the number 1 draft pick from 2021. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They start off rough this year. They have won a couple in a row. They are now 6-2 after a big win in Pittsburgh last night. So I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars at 6. At 7. At number 6, I'm going to team who they're probably going to be 6-2 in about 3 hours, but I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions at 5-2 right now. I'm loving everything I'm seeing from Jared Goff. I've been one of Jared Goff's biggest detractors living here in Los Angeles. I've seen all of his Rams career, and Jared Goff, like I said, is not a bad quarterback. He's just not a good one either. But he is slowly, I don't want to say because we ought to see what happens when they make the playoffs. He's slowly changing his legacy. From the way he's come in and just completely changed the makeup of this Detroit Lions team. And of course, you got to give a lot to Dan Campbell, who was a great coach. You got to give a lot to that front office over there, making great draft picks, making good free agent signings. They're doing everything they need to do. And for the first time, and in my lifetime, I can ever say the Detroit Lions are an actual threat. So I'm going to go to the Detroit Lions at number 6. In my top 5, even though they lost last night, even though they lost the last 2 weeks, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. We want the San Francisco 49ers. We talked about Brock Purdy early in the show. I say you can't get mad at Brock Purdy for being Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is not a great quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. It's on y'all for putting him up there like he was Tom Brady and some shit. But I do think he'll get back to at least playing a little better than he's played. They're going to get Deebo Samuel back. I don't believe this defense is going to play as bad they played the last 2 weeks. They'll get together, and they've got a good mastermind calling the plays in Kyle Shanahan. I'm sticking with the San Francisco 49ers, number 5. At number 4, a team we kind of just talked about a little bit. I'm going with the Miami Dolphins. They are 6-2 right now. I still want to see them beat some teams that are actually worth a damn. They're kind of up on Bum Slayer Boulevard right now, but that offense is looking incredible. Black King, Mike McDaniel, is doing a great job out there. Man. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins at number 4. Now, in my top 3, now this number 3 team has a worse record than half the teams on this list. I'm going to Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals only 4-3, but they started off 0-2. They bounced back. And like I said on this show for the last couple of weeks, Joe Burrow isn't struggling. Joe Burrow is hurt. This is what it looks like when Joe Burrow is not hurt. He's going out there. He's making the plays he needs to play. He showed y'all true the difference between what's an elite quarterback and what's Brock Purdy. Jamar Chase has been doing his thing. T. Higgins hasn't even really been killing like that. He's going to get back. That defense been making plays. Joe Mixon's been good. And we already know they can get to the Super Bowl. They've won many playoff games. They've been in the AFC Championship game the last 2 years. I'm going Cincinnati Bengals number 3. Now, in my top 2, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles at number 2. 7-1 record, best record in the league. They should have lost last night to the Washington Commanders. They have not played as great as they played last year, but it's the NFL. You're not going to be as sharp every week. And I was really, really impressed by Jalen Hurts in that second half. So I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles at number 2. And my number 1 team, of course, is the defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. Have they been the Chiefs of old? No. But when you are a Super Bowl champion and you're out here and you don't really care about the regular season, you care about getting to the playoffs and going out there and trying to win games. And I feel when you have the best quarterback in football, which is Patrick Mahomes, you will be fine, man. So that's why I'm gonna go with my power rankings, man, of 1 through 10. What y'all think about what I got, man? Any teams that should be moved, any teams that shouldn't be there?
Oh, I mean, the Bengals pick is wild as hell, but I mean, I get the logic behind it, but I would have had them further down. Like you could put them in the top 10, but they probably would have been 10 on my list. But other than that, it's a pretty solid list, and I think as we
you have the Bills over the Bengals.
No,
right now, yeah.
I don't. I would have the Ravens higher. I would have, and I love Joe Burrow and what the Bengals doing. I knew they was going to get back to it, but right now I just can't give it. I think the Ravens should be higher. I think you could actually flip flop Ravens and Bengals. I'm not a huge Buffalo Bills fan on basis of it's one dimensional. It's Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. If you stop that, what else? Because Gabe Davis is boo boo. Like Gabe Davis is boo boo. I mean, it's been the same thing for the last 4 or 5 years with the Buffalo Bills. Like we know their offense, so you're not surprising anyone. You know what I'm saying? So, and who they beat up on is not very impressive either. You know what I'm saying? So, I just love what the Ravens are doing. Like you said, they should have a better record. Their receivers what was that 2 games ago, dropping every pass there was. You know what I'm saying? So I love what Lamar doing. He's still 2-dimensional. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. He's still one of the most dynamic athletes in this game that you really got a game plan for. And what he's doing is very impressive. They can run the ball. They play defense. They're well coached. Well coached. Being coached is so underrated in sports. It's crazy. Especially you can have the most talent. You can have the most talented players, but if they're not coached correctly, it's no purpose. You know what I'm saying? And Harbaugh got them well coached, and they built this, and it's a new offense. It's a whole new offense, and Lamar's looking better. So as time goes on, he's going to get better and better and better. So I will flip those 2.
Okay, man. I'm not mad at those takes. I understand the Bengals pick is a little wild, but I think that's just how much faith I have in Joe Burrow. I'm not mad at the Ravens. I actually struggle with putting the Bills on him. I was going to leave them niggas off. But just because I fuck with Josh Allen, I kept them on there. But they pulling up on the smelly football, man.